back again, eh?
Yep.
Probably on our last camp before we head for Italy.
Possibly the second last.
Possibly second last. So what we thought we'd do is talk about that trip a little bit.
Yep.
And what we propose to do with the videos, because we want them to be useful for people, don't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're Newcastle to Holland Ferry, down through Holland, down through Germany, a lakeside pitch in Austria,
Yeah.
a Venice Lagoon lakeside pitch in Italy,
Yeah.
which will be great.
That'll be good.
2 weeks in Lake Garda, cross the Susten Pass into Switzerland, Interlaken,
Yeah.
and then up to Frankfurt, I think.
Yeah.
And then a
Then-
couple of nights in Delft before we get the ferry, you know. And what we want to do with these videos is we learned our lesson 2 videos ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because we made a video called All Our Limited Knowledge About Long Staying in Spain or something like that. And I honestly thought nobody would be interested, because we're talking about the practicalities of it and things like that, you know. It turns out people were. It is useful to people.
Yeah.
So we want to do the same with these videos, right down to like our journey going from planning nothing to planning everything now.
Yeah.
I mean, the bottom line is you do 1 or 2 long stays in Spain, you've cracked it.
Aye.
Yeah. You do 1 or 2 European trips, big European trips, you've cracked
Yeah.
it. Right? It's that simple. But it would be helpful. It would have been helpful for us if there's some things people had told us
Yes.
about beforehand.
Yeah.
So that's the bottom line. So that's that about that. Now, the diesel heater.
Brilliant.
Been good, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So long story short, we took out the original electric and LPG heating out this van because it had failed twice on us.
Yep.
Bad luck probably. First one lasted 11 months. Next one lasted 15 months. Broke down again. Cost us a fortune to get the first one fixed, even though it's under warranty. We live a long way from the dealer. We're up and down twice, nearly 3 times. I told them to keep the van until it was fixed. Took 6 months, all in, you know. So I wanted heating that I could fix. Wanted a Webasto inside the van. You know,
Yeah.
weather protection, which it is, you know. And it's been really great just to press a button.
And it
You know,
works.
when it comes, yeah. And the heat, there's far more heat than there was from the original
roasting.
heat. Yeah, and far quicker.
Yeah.
Oh, the other benefit of having the diesel heater is that on these vans, you used to have the air intake for the underslung heating on the right-hand side. And it made packing a little bit strange and awkward. With that gone and plated over, we've been able to pack far better.
It's amazing the amount of space we've got.
I should probably mention we're at Scone just now, shouldn't
Yeah.
we? But we were down at Cullen before this, weren't we?
That's a nice site as well.
And we went to the inn at the falls, didn't we? And we've got this great big chair, and I don't know why, but as soon as I sat in it, I started to feel like I needed to make proclamations, didn't I?
Oh my,
I think the last straw was when the girl came with the bill, didn't she? And I went, bless you, my child. So I suppose the most obvious difference for us between touring and spending multiple weeks long staying in Spain in a January, February on one site is that we lose the shelter.
Yeah.
The 2x2 shelter we use in Spain, because with a 6 metre van, it gets to be a bit of a bind hauling the chairs and tables out every day. That leads us to change cooker, because we're using the Cadac 2 in Spain. Absolutely love it, don't we?
Yeah.
It's a fantastic cooker. But I find it a little bit fiddly to be hauling in and out all the time. It's got its own plates and so on.
Yeah.
A little bit fiddly because you have to pack it away to put it away. With the shelter, we don't put it away, we just leave it in bits in the shelter. Now, I did think about taking the little Primus Kinja that we used years and years ago. Fantastic little thing, 2-burner, runs on the 440 gram gas cartridges, Lindo valve type that screw on at the top. But I've also got loads of adapters
Oh, aye,
that lets us use almost any type of gas with them, you know. But I decided to go even simpler, because the easier it is to cook, the more you cook. So we've gone for the clicky stove, the camping gas one in particular. The camping gas one's given us a good simmer, a low simmer.
Yeah.
So the other thing we'll try is our little, what do you call this thing?
Tarp.
Tarp. Because when we go to Spain, we know that the sites we're going to be on long term have got gravel pitches. Yeah. But most European pitches aren't.
No, it's that hard packed sand.
Or earth, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of them do have gravel, but
Yeah.
many don't. And especially when we go towards the tail end of the season, they've been hard used, haven't they?
Yeah.
Now, the other thing what we have now, obviously, is an abundance of gas, don't we?
Yeah.
Because we don't have gas heating anymore. So one of the reasons I'm going for the smaller stove is because I intend to use the gas stove in the van a lot more as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
course, when we go to Italy, we'll be cooking Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Plenty of Aperol spritzes.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely, aye. We got a bit elephant's trunk the last time, didn't we?
Just a tad.
Yeah, we only had 3.
Oh, they were strong.
But the woman who was serving them, when we said we wanted another one, she kind of rolled her eyes, didn't she? Like nobody has 3. One of the reasons that we love going to warmer climes is because that's where panel vans with their big side doors really come into their own. It's real outdoor-indoor living and cooking. You can cook outside and still easily reach inside for ingredients. You can easily use the inside cooker at the same time. I can actually stir something on the van stove from outside and just step up to adjust the heat. Most of the things we cook are adapted for camping, so minimum ingredients that are easily bought and stored. This, however, is a straight rip-off of an Italian chef's recipe. I want to cook this in Italy, hopefully with real Italian pancetta, parmesan and olive oil. I honestly think that a lot of Italian and Spanish food is great for camping because they get fantastic flavour from basic ingredients. So this is where we've budgeted and planned for umpteen European trips, haven't
Yeah, yeah. And you do most of the planning and then just run everything past me.
we? Yeah, I do most of the grind, don't
Yeah.
I? Yeah. Now, over the years, we've met some people who don't have to budget and plan. In fact, pre-Brexit, we met people who would just go to Europe for the summer
Yeah.
and just drift around. But most people like us can't do that. You know, you've got either financial or time restrictions. And if you have a financial restriction, you also have a time restriction, eh?
Our first 2 trips, we planned nothing.
That's right. But we pretty quickly realised that putting some effort in at home before we left
Yeah.
was making far better use of our time and money, didn't we?
Yes, aye.
You know, if you've got these restrictions, yeah, you know, the nearest I can put it, the first trip we took, we did a wee circle like this, ferry to ferry. If we'd done some work at home, it would have been this, you know.
Yeah.
Our second trip, we got a one-way ferry to Spain, didn't we?
Yes.
And the only planning we did was sitting on the ferry, wasn't it? And it was great. We crossed the top of Spain, up through France, into Germany. But I remember sitting in southern Germany somewhere. Somewhere along the way, we booked a ferry from Holland to the UK home, you know.
Yeah.
One-way ferry to Spain. And I remember sitting in this campsite in Germany and getting really frustrated with myself because we had no time to go further south. We had to go north.
Yeah.
We ended up going to Dresden and stuff. It was
That's
great.
right.
But, you know, just thinking if I'd put a little bit of effort in here, we'd have made better
Yes.
use of it. And that's what we've done ever since,
Yeah.
you know. So we may make a quick little standalone video before we leave
Yeah.
about budgeting and planning, how we do it now. But if that's too boring, if I find it's too boring when I'm doing it, we'll just roll it into, you know, the trip as we head south, you know. But we genuinely hope it helps people, you know.
Yeah.
We're not in this for the money, that's for sure. I should maybe, every now and again we say this, but we only started making videos because we thought it would be a great idea for grandparents had access to this sort of technology.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we'd you know, sprinkle a few crumbs for our own kids and grandkids in the hope that they'll be
They'll
able
never
to
do it.
Yeah, they'll be able to travel as we did,
Yeah.
didn't we? And we were surprised people start to watch, and it's lovely that you do. Thanks if
Yes.
you watch them, subscribe.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. We never ask people to do
No.
it, do we? Because we think, why would you, you know? Plus, we need the freedom to make videos when we want, you know?
Yes.
We don't want to feel... We're going to try and make one a month in the UK.
Yes.
We
aye.
only want to make videos if we've got something to say, don't we?
Yeah. But it's also harder to do at home because everyday life gets in your road.
Yeah, that's right. But also, it's the big European trips that fire us up, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Well, often our UK trips are only trying things out. We're going the
Yeah.
European trips. So anyway, hope you'll join us.
Yeah.
No obligation, obviously. We'd genuinely we just want to make stuff that's helpful to
Yeah.
everybody, but also our kids and grandkids in the future, isn't
Yes.
it? That's the thinking, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll say bye to Cleo and Charlie and Joey.
Bye.
Hope to see you soon.
Bye.
Take care.